Good morning, guys, or good afternoon, actually. How are you guys all doing? I'm Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our quick Bitcoin morning update because there isn't too much to look at in the charts. We are basically awaiting those CME futures to open this evening, and then obviously the cash markets for traditional markets to open on Monday. But yes, so we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. This is kind of what I mean. We are basically just trading sideways here. Actually on the underside of our next resistance area around this 50k level, and then actually just above this this horizontal that we drew in. Basically, well, we didn't actually draw in. We had it drawn in before we even came and tapped it here. But yeah, above this horizontal here also. So we are waiting to see how this resolves. Obviously, there are two alternatives. One is we break above, and then at that point we'll probably get a nice move up towards at least towards 52,000, I would suspect. Or we do come back down, and well, realistically, anywhere is now a fair game to the downside above 42,000, because if we don't break above here, or if you break above here, wick above on like I say a daily wick above and come back under, then we could potentially be establishing this as the new range around 42 to 50,000. But I do think we've got a decent chance of actually expanding the range from, say, 42 to 52, or even 42 to even towards like 58,000, have a very wide range. That's kind of that's basically what I'm looking at here. Just sideways here whilst we await whatever crazy news or things going on in the political or the obviously in the Middle East, or just all that cool stuff going on. How the traditional markets digest that after a weekend of obviously assimilating that information. So yeah, we shall have to see, because we are on pretty there's quite a bit of headwinds just for financial markets. We've obviously got the whole inflation, deflation, tug of war. I mean, the way you really need to see it is that certain things will have high prices, and certain things are deflationary and will potentially struggle. And then obviously we've got potential instability in the Middle East, and then we also have, there is one other thing that we have as well. Yes, the Fed tapering. We have the Fed taper talk, which clearly markets aren't really going to like, but they don't believe. So yeah, lots of interesting factors. I do think at some point we will have a perfect storm, so to speak, of external sort of influences. Maybe a few new ones come in. Maybe that'll come in around October, November time, and then we will get like one of our deeper, say 10 to 15% stock market corrections, and have a bit of turmoil for a short period of time. But yeah, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. But like I said, I think it will happen from a combination of just events combining, and then obviously all those things working together to spook markets and trigger a sort of chain reaction of a sell-off. If we have a look at the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, it is not doing so well. Obviously, at the moment, Bitcoin is in relative price discovery. It is either moving up, at which case you'd expect it to move up quicker than Ethereum, or it is consolidating but threatening to move up at any point, at which case people are then going to FOMO into Ethereum as opposed to Bitcoin whilst they're awaiting that move. So the Ethereum Satoshi pairing is struggling at the moment. It is also back below obviously our important horizontal. This would be our next one. I mean, if we do get a bounce at this 0.64 5 area, then yeah, a turn up from here wouldn't look bad at all. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that transpires. But yeah, obviously the focus is on Bitcoin establishing its range, where it's going to go, and as we can see, the Ethereum dollar pairing is just stalling out around here at the moment. But you could look at that as a pretty juicy bull flag, and we obviously haven't had a little bit of let's see how far up this goes. So let's see where this takes price action. Oh well, yeah, I think we did do this actually beyond our all-time highs. Actually, recent highs, all-time highs, same thing, one and the same. But yeah, pretty decent move. It'll get us more than half of our way to our 8K end of year Ethereum projections, targets, hopes and dreams, whatever you want to call it. The Bitcoin dominance as well, looking like it's sort of flagging out of these lows, but I mean it's at a major level. It could turn back up here, or it could turn down. I think, like I said, Bitcoin, basically we are just in the process of establishing a new trading range for Bitcoin. So that is so obviously whilst we do that, a lot of other altcoin markets are going to potentially be on hold against Bitcoin. That's on the whole, obviously, but there are obviously certain ones that are making decent moves, as there always will be. They always will be. But yeah, here is our latest BTFD opportunity. Number only going up, as you can see, right back to basically where all the price action was around here. Had a little bit of a move up, a little bit of a fake out above, slammed down, and then we're right back where we started. Probably going to trade maybe sideways a bit here and then onwards and upwards until we do get a deeper correction. If we actually want to look at this just to see from top to bottom, we're talking a 3% move. At some point we are going to get, let's just get this onto a daily. At some point I think we're going to get a good 10 to 15% move. So we'll just I'll just show you guys what we could be looking at if that is the case. So just if it was roughly from here, yeah, I mean, if not, I'm not saying it's going to happen now. I'm just showing you, just in the context of the chart, what it kind of looks like. It would only bring us around, well, realistically, 10% just takes us back to this level here. So, yeah, and then I suspect we would just bounce back onwards and upwards again. But yeah, if it was 15%, it was a bit deeper. But like I said, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just showing you in the context of this price action, kind of what it looks like. If we also look at this is obviously the coronavirus dump. If you want to see what that is from top to bottom, that was a pretty juicy 36% move, but I don't think we're going to get anything like that again until it literally is curtains and literally is game over. Yeah, obviously we all know what was going on here and all the craziness that has ensued. But yeah, anyway, just a little bit of looking into those because we are not too much to look at the weekend. Here is our DXY target, our DXY chart, as you can see, looking like it's getting a level where it can continue on upwards, but just putting the ever optimistic spin in it as I do. Remember, this is just against other fiat pairings. So not so much that I worry about if this moves up. And also there is the argument, I mean, I can't remember exactly who was talking about it, but there is the ghost money, that Bitcoin is like ghost money. Bitcoin is just like, it's like liquidity that the system has. It's like the euro dollar market. It is the guy from Bianco Research, is it that guy? He is the guy basically saying that Bitcoin is like that. So Bitcoin is like it's a transfer currency that people can use, like the euro dollar, and like ghost money that was in the past, and like paper gold. When gold things were actually gold backed, people would trade like, say, or promissory notes between like corporations and things back when the financial system was a bit more sound and there's probably more trust. But so what I'm saying is that whilst the dollar goes up, it implies a relative shortage of dollars in the world, and the dollar is what people transact with. So if there's a shortage of dollars, then people look for other forms of liquidity to trade and to do transactions and things with. And that is what Bitcoin is, and that's what Bitcoin's great for, and that's what Bitcoin is used a lot for as well. So what I am saying, here we go, drum roll, here's the point. Basically, the dollar can go up because of liquidity constraints, and that can actually be bullish for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is solving liquidity problems in the same way that ghost money and the euro dollar market does. So there you go. That is all I'm saying. So don't be too fearful of this moving. At the end of the day, if you look at like the 9-10 year chart of Bitcoin, number only go up anyway, regardless of what the dollar does anyway. So it is increasingly a form of money, and it will be increasingly so, especially if the dollar does appreciate, and there is basically a shortage of dollars, which there actually is a shortage of dollars in the system, just not in basically the banking system where they just hoard it all. But be that on their own heads, because the central banks are coming for them. They're coming to make the commercial banks basically pointless, just null and void, circumventing them straight with cryptocurrency. Central bank cryptocurrencies and your central bank card, and they will just do the lending directly, because the banks aren't doing it. I mean, you can't blame them. There's nothing really. They see what's going on. They are smarter than all of us. They have got their ears to the ground. They know that there's a lot of risk and why they're going to put money in certain places when it is a risk. So there you go. A little bit of a tangent there. Stochastics, the good old stochastic 4 hour. 4 hour coming down. So probably indicating we don't break above 50,000 in the immediate term. 10 hour also, I suspect, will be turning back down as well, as you can see here. So again, a little bit of downward pressure. 12 hour looking to turn. 10 hour had just about turned. Daily is up there, but it has pointed up, so that is not so bad. 2 day has just slightly turned back up, but it is basically holding up there. 3 day straight up still. 5 day looking very good. Weekly looking very good. Bi-weekly turned back up, obviously looking better than turning down, and there's our monthly that we always look at, even though it never changes. So all in all, again, that stochastic read is kind of just telling me we do trade sideways. Potentially to test a bit downside. Obviously there's my old reversion to the mean weekend price action prediction, so maybe we get the move down to close obviously to basically close the gap, and then move back onwards, take out 50k, establish a new high around 52, 53, potentially maybe even between 56 and 58, and then we get to do the sideways trading range for a month or so, and altcoins can go on a crazy run. There you go. That is it. That is it. It's definitely not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.